Okay, so this is our presentation on cracking the Enigma code at Bletchley Park, and our group was Shelby Klingon and Agatha. So here's an overview of what our presentation is going to discuss. And as a little bit of an introduction, the very first Enigma was invented in 1918 by German engineer Arthur Scherbius. This machine was an electromechanical device that would scramble text into incoherent ciphers that were later decoded by the intended recipient. The Enigma code was used by German Navy during World War II in order to convey messages on submarines, or as they called them, U-boats. So basically, someone would type a message into the machine, it would encrypt it, and then send it to whoever they were trying to receive it so that it couldn't be intercepted. And if it was intercepted, it was too hard to figure out what it was. So, some events that led up to cracking the Enigma code was the German invasion of Poland. And World War II began with Germany's invasion of Poland in September 1939. And this made it so that it was necessary for the Allied forces to gather intelligence on the German military so that they could know what was going to happen next. And then the next war was called the Phony War, which wasn't really a war at all. There was basically almost no activity following the invasion of Poland until early 1940. The time used during this little lull in activity was used to gather intelligence as both Germany and the Allied powers prepared for the next conflict. The next event was the German Blitzkrieg in Western Europe, and this was the campaign launched by Germany against Denmark and Norway in April 1940. The following month, Belgium, the Netherlands, and France were all invaded. These rapid advancements intensified the need for the Allied powers to gather intelligence on the German military. So, cracking the code was made possible due to the events that we're about to go over. The first thing was capturing the Enigma machines. So, the Allied powers captured Enigma machines from German submarines or the U-boats. This provided them with extremely valuable information about the encryption methods utilized by the Germans. And the Polish Cipher Bureau was essential in the basis for the knowledge that was transferred to the British. Prior to their invasion, the organization made significant progress in decrypting the Enigma machines. The Polish Cipher Bureau was led by mathematician Marian Rejewski. The machines were developed, or they had developed machines to decipher early versions of the Enigma messages. The next important step in cracking the code was the creation of the group called Ultra. With the growing likelihood of invasion, the information collected by the Polish Cipher Bureau was given to the British, and the Ultra was formed as the secret code-breaking group set up by the British. This group was led by mathematician Alan M. Turing. So the mathematical application was definitely a key feature. The mathematicians at Bletchley Park applied a systematic approach that combined mathematics, logic, and machine-based computations to crack the Enigma code. These ideas were later applied to more complex versions of the code actually used by Germans during the war. So as the war progressed, Germans enhanced the Enigma code they were using to code the messages, and the application of mathematics made it so that the British could decipher these more complex versions. So the bomb was an electromechanical machine that exploited the weakness of the Enigma's operations. This helped speed up the deciphering process of encrypted messages, and the automation of this process through the development of this tool helped the Allied forces attain information of the German military plans much faster. And then the last thing that really helped in breaking the Enigma code was the capture of German codebooks. The Allies had captured these and were occasionally able to intercept daily configurations used to calibrate the Enigma machines, also known as Enigma settings. These allowed them to speed up the decryption process of the messages as they were sent by the Germans. So some major people that were involved in cracking the Enigma code were Marian Rejewski. This was the Polish mathematician that was a part of the Polish Cipher Bureau and was crucial in the early stages of deciphering the Enigma code. His knowledge was sent to the British prior to the German invasion of Poland. And then Alan Turing was a British mathematician in charge of the code-breaking group known as the Ultra, located in Bletchley Park. His work, along with the other mathematicians, allowed for the Allies to decrypt the German messages. And then another important member of the team at Bletchley was British mathematician Gordon Welchman. He developed the statistical technique called Banburismus, which contributed largely to the efficiency of deciphering the German Enigma messages. And then a couple more people involved. All three of these people were at Bletchley, working with the British mathematicians. The first was Hugh Alexander. He was crucial in the development and operation of the bomb machines. And then Max Newman was a British mathematician that worked with Bletchley and contributed largely to the techniques used in cracking the Enigma. Also, he developed and implemented early computers used in cryptanalysis. And then the last one was John Harryville, who was a British mathematician, and his development of the Harryville tip, which was a technique that exploited the human factors and operational errors of the Enigma, which assisted in deciphering messages coded using the Enigma.
Okay, so the machines. So here on your left, you can see the Enigma machine. This was the machine that the Germans used to encrypt messages that were completely incoherent unless the recipient knew how to decode the message. They would send messages on where they wanted to infiltrate or attack certain places or communicate at all from their different sectors. They would use the Enigma machine to encode. That way, if someone got a hold of the message, they wouldn't be able to decipher it. But then the bomb was created by Alan Turing. This machine was used to crack the Enigma code generated through the Enigma machine, which of course became very useful for the Allies. Why the bomb was so important? The bomb allowed the Allies to win many battles against the Germans, because for the last few years, a German sent a code through the Enigma machine, the Allies could crack it, which was very revolutionary. This was very important in winning the war because the Enigma machine had about 159 quintillion different outcomes for encoding. Therefore, a computer was imperative to decoding the Germans' messages. It would be virtually impossible for a human to go and try to decode the message that the Enigma was able to produce. So therefore, a computer algorithm system like the bomb had to be used to decode the messages. The efficiency. Obviously, the bomb made it more efficient. By the end of the war, Alan Turing could decipher German messages in 2 minutes, which is very, very good, meaning the Allies could decipher the code almost as fast as the Germans could send it out, which was very useful, obviously. That way they knew where the Germans were going to be, and then they could get there before the Germans and prevent them from attacking and attack the Germans. There were about 155 bomb machines decoding the Enigma codes until the end of the war. They made 155 of these bomb machines during World War II so that they could decode, like different people could be decoding different things at different times. Very, very useful. Fun fact, all of the bomb machines are no longer in existence. Yeah. The impact on today. So during World War II, decoding the Enigma was a huge reason the Allies won the war. It allowed the Allies to know Germany's war moves before they happened. Like I said, they knew where they were going to be, they knew what they were going to be doing, which is obviously super important when you're fighting a war with someone, to know their moves and what they're planning. The usefulness of present day, the bomb completely revolutionized the way we crack codes. computerized decoders have only become better and better in recent day. It's also, the bomb was the basis for artificial intelligence, and it just, it completely was revolutionary for its day and age. A cool quote that I found from Alan Turing is, "A computer would deserve to be called intelligent if it could deceive a human into believing it was a human," which is kind of crazy because AI nowadays, I feel like it could deceive people into thinking that it's an actual human being. It's almost there. It's very close. So I guess you could say computers are intelligent. In conclusion, the first Enigma message to be decoded happened in January of 1940. This decryption breakthrough led to the Allies winning World War II in 1945 and changing the world of decryption forever. And so that's where we're going. We're going to be learning about the Enigma machine and all that stuff at Bletchley Park. And I'm super duper excited to, learn even more about the Enigma and the bomb and Alan Turing, because they're all super duper cool. These are all of our references that we used. And thank you so much for listening to our presentation. Have a great day. Bye, guys.